Hello, Vikings and 10,000 Takes fans. As you can tell, I'm already wearing my Wild shirt because we've already moved on. We've patched up the Band-Aid. It's done. It's over. The season's over. But one thing that we can reflect on together is the amount of fun we had making content and just enjoying this overall special Vikings season. So let's take a look back at all of the Vikings pregame skits that we did on 100.3 KFAN The Fan.
The following is presented by 10,000 Takes. Follow us on all socials at 10K Takes or visit us at 10ktakesmn.com for more. Matt LaFleur thinks the Gallahorn is annoying, and he is the coach of the Green Bay Packers. Therefore, the Packers hate America? Do you also trust a team run by a QB with a girlfriend that goes by Blue of Earth? Didn't think so. Stand behind the team that fights for Gallahorn rights and does not use witchcraft to craft up wins. Led by the big cock himself, KOC, the Vikings stand for what is right when it comes to cheese. It doesn't belong on one's head, but in a deep fryer, then in one's stomach. I'm Kirk Cousins and cheer on the team that allows me to drink a cold glass of milk before the game. Skol Vikings. God bless, Kirk Cousins. Mike Zimmer approves this message.
It's Minnesota's back to football season, and we have some of the highest hopes you'll see all year. Right now in Minnesota, get 20% off court-ordered anger management classes caused by your hometown team. You can also get two really good receivers like Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson and receive KJ Osborne absolutely free. Save big on field goals that give you a heart attack and get your Super Bowl hopes up with your dumbest bet of the year. Only in Minnesota.
Do you have low confidence? Do you hate yourself? Do you live in Wisconsin or are you a Green Bay Packers fan? If you said yes to any of these questions, then we have the solution for you. Introducing the Aaron Rodgers School of Spiritual Awareness. Here at the Aaron Rodgers School of Spiritual Awareness, we teach you how to live your life as Aaron does, all whilst instilling Aaron's core values and beliefs onto you. We have many classes available, such as Avoiding Your Family 101, The Idiot's Guide for Playing Football on Percocets, Joe Rogan's Medical Program, Ayahuasca Spiritual Sessions, and much, much more. These classes will change your life. Just listen to these customer testimonials.
I attended the Aaron Rodgers School of Spiritual Awareness, and now I'm a bigger asshole than ever.
I attended the program 4 years ago, and now I have a tattoo that no one else understands.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live in Philadelphia. It's an absolutely beautiful city. Unfortunately, it is filled with some pretty trash people. We're here previewing the Minnesota Vikings versus Philadelphia Eagles game with three of the best analysis in the game. Going here to Bossman first, what are your thoughts on the game tonight?
Well, guys, this is a bit of an unbiased opinion here, but I gotta pick the Vikings on this one. Let's look at these stats here. Jalen Reagor revenge game. He's going to return 3 punts minimum tonight. Based on Kirk Cousins' last pregame outfit, he definitely has some Coles cash saved up. As they say, look good, throw for 300-plus yards and 3 TDs here in the NFL. And finally, Big Cock has a 100% win percentage as an NFL head coach. Fellas, that's pretty hard to bet against. I'm going to go with the Vikings tonight.
You know, that's an amazing point there, boss man. But now we're going to go to one of the best analysis in the game, the one and only JJ. What do you think is going to happen in today's game?
Well, look, I got to concur with Boss Man over here. I'll have to take the Vikings as well. So first and foremost, I don't think the Vikings fan base eat horse poop. So that's already a win in my book. And look, Kirk Cousins may look like he gets some of his outfits from Goodwill based on his last fit. But as you all may know, a majority of their profits go to charity. So therefore, Kirk is a great guy, and he will go off in Philly. And last week, it looked like this team, the Vikings, they were actually being coached and had a sense of general football competence, unlike under Mike Zimmer, where I am convinced picking plays using Ask Madden in Madden could have been a better coach. So I'm on the Vikings train.
You're right, John Madden, way better than Mike Zimmer all the way. Now we go to our numbers guy, the guy who uses the math to make things happen, the one and only producer Cam. What do you think is going to happen today, Cammy?
Well, Wags, I've watched a lot of tape on both these teams, and I can confidently tell you this game will end in a tie, and here's why.
Bold prediction by a bold man. We'll be back right after these next few messages.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Week 3 of Minnesota Vikings Team Therapy. Kirk, how you doing today?
Well, you know, I feel this game was just part of God's plan. I'll be right back at it in no time. Just need to drink a little milk and have some Pizza Ranch, and I'll be good.
Well, you did have 3 picks, so we may need to clean that up a little bit. Although some people should have made some catches. I'm looking at you, Irv Smith.
Well, yes, I did do that wearing Randy Moss's number, but I have this whole conspiracy theory about how Eagles fans put butter on football. So, this is how
Okay, Irv, that's enough. How about you, Greg Joseph? How are you doing today?
Never been better. It hasn't even come down to me yet. Whatever happens, do not let it come down to me, please. I don't need that stress in my life.
Well, that doesn't really make me feel confident, but it is nice to hear from you, Greg. JJ, what's going on with you?
It hurts not being able to do the gritty once during a game, but I kind of felt a little bit lost. So is this what it feels like to be Stefan Diggs?
No, don't get ahead of yourself. Maybe just focus on going inside on a simple route instead of outside. Now, most importantly, fans, how you doing? Wait, where are the fans?
Sir, all of the fans left. Apparently, they are on their way to the XL Energy Center.
Okay, everyone, let's not panic. Let's calm down. We just started the season. We can't already be giving up, right, Coach?
A wild game sounds fun, right? But yeah. I mean, totally football. Yep, that's right. We got a game this week. It's about how we respond. Adversity. Yes, that's right. Adversity.
Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for another week of Vikings therapy. Everyone, please try to get some rest before the game. And for all that is holy, please don't lose to a coach who quotes Metallica.
Welcome back to the 10K pregame on KFAN. I'm joined by Boss Man. Boss Man, how you feeling?
Well, Wags, despite the fact I'm waking up an hour earlier than I normally do for work to watch the Vikings play against Andy Dalton, I'm doing great.
You're right, Boss Man. There's not enough coffee in the world for this, but I, for one, am really looking forward to hammering out some sports bets. Well, most people are attending church. But anyways, let's go on to our 10K foreign correspondent, Sir Darcy Carmyle II, who is currently live at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Darcy, how hot will it be today during kickoff in London?
Well, first off, I appreciate you Americans adding a second in my name. Okay, a lot of Americans forget about that, yeah? That pisses me off. But anyway, it's going to be actually a little bit brisk, yeah? 16 degrees Celsius. But I don't expect you Americans to understand that with your backwards standard system, whatever you call it.
Let's cool the jets, Sir Darcy. You do realize we use yards in American football, correct?
Yeah, but whatever. I'm going to be converting it to meters today, all day. Okay, I'm going to go on Google converting it to meters. I don't watch that game in your game of egg ball or whatever it is. I watch real football here. I don't care if you call it American football. I know you guys call it soccer over there in New York or whatever it is, but I'm not going to be watching that game. I'm not going to be converting it to yards or whatever you call it over in America.
Darcy, can you just maybe tell us what the field conditions are going to be like today?
The field conditions. I don't know what the field is, but I know what the pitch is. We have the pitch, and the pitch is doing just great, thank you very much.
Well, okay. We clearly need to find a new foreign correspondent, but I guess my last question is for you, Sir Darcy. Where do your priorities lie with viewing today? Are you going to be actually watching the Vikings-Saints game, or are you going to be watching the Formula One race in Singapore?
Oh, neither. I'm going to be watching real football today. The Premier League, I'm going to actually see 12 teams possibly tie, and everyone goes home happy, yeah? Actually, I just found your quarterback, Sir Kirkland Cousins. Kirk, do you have anything to say?
Are you fond of that? Are you amenable to that? Do you look favourably upon that? Can I inquire if you're keen on that? Might I trouble you to find out your response on that?
That was Sir Kirk Cousins. He can be officially one of us here in the UK. Sir Darcy Carmichael II, signing off.
Thanks a lot, Darcy, for joining us, and that's all the time we have today, folks. Make sure to grab yourself a warm cup of tea and enjoy. The Minnesota Vikings are still the team for you. Every game day brings you moments like no other, experiences like no other. The Vikings for weekly use is guaranteed to spice up your life. With healthy ingredients including Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, and NFC Special Teams Player of the Week, Greg Joseph.
The Vikings are the only team to treat loneliness and hatred for your daytime job. Tell your doctor about your sports viewing needs to see if the Vikings are the right team for you, and ask if your heart is healthy enough to watch the Vikings. Do not watch the Vikings if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. When watching the Vikings, you may want to drink alcohol in excess to ease the pain.
Side effects from watching the Minnesota Vikings may include headaches, chest pain, hair loss, excessive mood swings, damaged property, excessive crying after games, cliché quotes such as "there's always next year," extreme fantasy football loss, fatigue, self-hatred, divorce, IBS, diarrhea, temporary blindness, no Super Bowls, dry mouth, increased appetite, no appetite, migraines, sudden urges to either hate or love Kirk Cousins. Ask your doctor about the Minnesota Vikings for weekly use today, and sign up for a one-game trial against the Bears.
Skol Vikes! Everybody Hates Kirk was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Hey, Coach, do you prefer me to call you KO or KOC?
You know, Kirk, I prefer KO, but you can call me whatever you'd like. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Greg, were you hanging with Blair Walsh again?
No.
Greg.
Okay, yeah, I was.
So, guys, I'm sure you're wondering why I called you in here today. Ever since Kirk has worn that chain, he's just been a different animal. You know, it really made me realize in order to move the chains, you must wear the chains.
So, Coach, does that mean I'm getting a chain?
Heavens no, Greg. We're only going to give a chain to someone who can put up more than 3 points in a drive.
Why are you guys so mean to me all the time?
Come on, Greg. You know I'm just joshing with you. You know I love everyone on this team like they were my own children.
Thanks, Coach.
Come on, guys. Bring it in. Let's have a quick group hug before the game.
Everybody hates Kirk. We'll be right back after these messages.
Picture, if you will, a dimension where a professional quarterback is so consumed with Call of Duty that his 5-year, $230.5 million contract extension specifically includes language requiring him to do independent study for 4 hours each week without distraction. His name is Kyler Murray, and with a game looming, this man seems to be more rooted not in his profession, but in virtual reality, potentially causing catastrophic events to occur on the field. Let's only hope Kirk Cousins and crew can distract him enough to take over the game.
Opening up the kitchen door, you see Dalvin cooking something. But what is he cooking? Is it a 70-yard touchdown run, or is it another 5-point fantasy game? No one can know for sure, but one thing is for certain. Greg Joseph will miss a kick this game.
Going another layer deeper, you can unlock a door into another dimension. A dimension where the Minnesota Vikings are 5-1, heading into Week 8. Not only are they rested after a bye week, but quarterback Kirk Cousins is so tough he decided to jump in a 50-degree lake in the middle of October. While the Packers and Bears battle for who has the spookiest offense in the division, the Vikings soar high, leading the division by 2 games and a plethora of chains dangling from their quarterback's tucked-in white t-shirt. While you move through this dimension, waiting to be snapped back in reality, try your hardest to both think and say the words, "This is our year." And once you have reached that point, you have officially crossed over into the Hope Zone.
My name is Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the 6-1 Minnesota Vikings, and I'm here to show you how to beat every team but the Eagles. After 1 week of watching the Vikings, you have all the hope you need to think this is the year we win the Super Bowl. You'll be prepared to see the run game of a cheetah, the defense of a grizzly, the wisdom of a scholar.
After 1 week in this program, you'll be like Florio, and we'll actually put the Vikings in your top 5 because you're led by Kevin Kwando. Now that we have TJ Hawkinson, no more tight end trouble. Do you think we got where we are because we dress like Taylor Heineke over here? Forget about it. Look at this Kirk jersey. You think anyone wants a roundhouse kick wearing this bad boy? No. For only a flight to Washington, you can see the Vikings go 7-1.
Welcome back to the Minnesota Vikings pregame. We are 10,000 Takes, bringing you a developing story in Buffalo, New York. Let's go live to our tailgate correspondent, Jack Leverance. Jack, how's it going?
Yeah, thanks, Zane. I'm doing great. I'm here at the local Walmart in Orchard Park, and I wanted to buy a white folding table for my tailgate, but could not seem to find any. Now, I don't know if there's a shortage because people are preparing for some sort of large spread at the tailgate or if there's a large number of fall graduation parties here, but it's honestly just bizarre to me.
Oh, well, okay, correct me if I'm wrong here, Jack, but aren't the Bills' tailgates, known for destroying tables?
Now, personally, I've never heard of such a silly thing like that, but I only watch the Weather Channel. Why on earth would people buy tables just to simply destroy them? I mean, I'm led to believe this is an onset of a massive supply chain issue for Walmart that may affect the nation as a whole.
Okay, Jack, man, I think you're way off here, okay? You're telling me you haven't seen those videos of Bill's Mafia lighting tables on fire, getting up on ladders and pile driving right through them? You've never seen that?
Well, hey, I see an energetic young fan running with a table right now. Let me ask him. Hey, sir! Sir, what's your plan with that table? Are you hosting a poker match or something?
I'm gonna smash it!
Oh, well, I guess I stand corrected. It turns out Buffalo fans do smash tables for pure enjoyment.
Well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Hey, while you're out there in Buffalo, is there anything else you want to tell us, Jack?
Yeah, I actually did also learn that Buffalo Wild Wings was not, in fact, founded in Buffalo, New York. Turns out their name is a little misleading, but that's all I got. Back to you, Zane.
Well, thanks a lot, Jack, for that grade A reporting. I'm looking forward to talking with you later. Hey, stay tuned after the next commercial break, because we're going to tell you about a pig that can dance. More in 10 minutes.
This fall, one team led by the ghost of Cooper Rush marches into U.S. Bank Stadium in hopes to keep the Lakers / Golden State / Yankees / Cowboys legacy alive.
If the boys lose today, it'll be fine. I'll just go back to the Chiefs. They look great this year. Go Yankees.
They call them America's team, even though they haven't won the Super Bowl in nearly 30 years.
I'm telling you guys, this is our year. Go go Cowboys.
Starring the oldest man on planet Earth, Jerry Jones. And including a quarterback who may not even be better than his own backup.
Look, Cooper, this gold rush is over. It's Dak's time again thanks to Sleep Number.
But unfortunately for America's team, they may have traveled too far north and are facing the NFL's greatest threat, Kirko Chains.
Hey, Dak. I hope you have a great game, but would love to catch up and have a glass of milk with you over prayer. God bless.
Experience a game like no other, where KOC and company do as much as they can to ensure Vikings fans have a heart attack. A game that Joe Buck and Troy Aikman wish they could announce. This is Cowboys vs. Vikings.
Hey, thanks again to all you players from the Minnesota Vikings and New England Patriots for coming out to the annual 10K Backyard Thanksgiving football game. Now, I know you all have a pretty big game to play tonight, but you know what? This game should be a good, fun warm-up. Everybody line up. Let's start picking teams.
I call being an all-time coach.
No, Belichick. No one is coaching and no touching of the hair or face. Those are the two rules. This is a fun, laid-back game. Anyways, with my first pick, pretty obvious. I'm going with the best wide receiver in the league, Justin Jefferson, because he can catch a ball thrown by anyone, including you, Bailey Zappi.
Whoa, man. Take it easy. I play sometimes when Mac isn't playing well.
Okay, let's calm down there, Bailey. I can almost guarantee that you will not be drafted today, okay? So let's see. With my first pick, I'm going to go with, let's go with Kirk Cousins, because if he can deliver a spiral half as well as he delivered Grace before that meal today, this team is going to be unstoppable.
Look, I just appreciate the opportunity. I just hope I don't get sacked more in this game than I do in the real game later, but, or that stuffing I absolutely demolished earlier doesn't come back to haunt me.
All right, well, you picked the quarterback I wanted, so I guess I have no other option. I'm going to go with Mac Jones because college football championships translates to Super Bowls 100% of the time. Am I right?
Wait, let me ask my dad quick. Hey, Coach Bill, can I play on this team?
Sure, but you have to let my son Steve make some calls.
Okay, Bill, even though your son has an absolutely unreal mullet, we already said that there isn't going to be anyone coaching or GMing today, okay? So let's sit down. I think I'm going to go with you, Dalvin, for my next pick because, hey, today's Thanksgiving, and what's Thanksgiving without a cook?
I'm just here to play football. Enough of these chef and cook jokes. I don't have a single clue how to even cook.
All right, and for our final picks, we each need to draft a defenseman because they need love too. I'm going to go with you, Zadarius Smith. I mean, did you guys see the way he played that revenge game against Green Bay? I need to get revenge on Cousin Jimmy for hogging the spotlight at dinner today. Like, guy graduated med school with a 4.0 and can perform surgery. Real cool, bro.
Now, as Zadarius Smith, I love a little competition between siblings, but your cousin Jimmy is a hero. You sit over there playing video games like Mac Jones. You deserve to be hit.
Well, hey, shots fired there, Z. Let's see. I think with my final pick, I'm going to go with Matthew Judon because he's currently leading the league in sacks. I really think Christmas is going to come early this Thanksgiving when Matthew, just like Santa, brings out his big sack.
I'll make sure to expose this Vikings O-line quicker than I consume mashed potatoes, turkey, cream corn, green bean casserole, sweet potatoes, and pumpkin pie all in one sitting.
All right, we got the teams drafted. Let's proceed to do a ton of physical activity right after eating a large meal. Side aches on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Side aches!
Do you want to go somewhere majestic and find a getaway that satisfies all of your needs? Do you want to fly to your prime destination on a comfortable, safe, and reliable airline? With New York Jets Airlines, you can be sure you will experience exactly none of those things.
From our narrow seats cramped with annoying New Yorkers / New Jerseyans, to having your baggage taken and never be seen again like a New York Jets playoff appearance, You can count on us to give you a non-first class experience, and you might want to squeeze in, because we share the aircraft with the New York Giants airline as well.
Hi, I'm Zach Wilson, CEO of New York Jets Airlines. You can be certain that I'm always going to make this airline about me and only me, way before the customer. I don't care where you're flying to, I really don't. This is going to be about me. And your mom's.
We also provide world-class entertainment to all passengers by including screens on the back of every seat, playing the notorious Mark Sanchez butt fumble on repeat throughout the duration of your flight.
We like to keep things interesting here at the New York Jets Airlines because we've been through 3 different pilots this season. If you decide to fly with us today, you'll get a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to fly with new captain Mike White. He's not overrated at all.
Good afternoon, this is your captain Mike White speaking. Local weather in Minnesota is calling for a flurry of interceptions and potential surprise appearance from Rex Ryan. Make sure your feet are covered. We should be landing shortly.
New York Jets Airlines. Come fly with us.
Hey, Zach Wilson again. Please don't forget about me.
Have you ever wanted to visit a zoo and leave feeling unsure about your experience? Well, look no further than the Detroit City Zoo, where you won't find an actual lion for over 1,000 miles. Here at the Detroit City Zoo, we feature exhibits like Dan Campbell, who are able to cry and say the word man on command. But don't feed him after midnight or quote Metallica, kids, or he may try to break out of his cage and become barbaric.
Another one of our most notable attractions is Jared Goff. He was a rare breed we rescued from California, so he's just extremely cold all the time and hates winning on holidays.
And come see Amos St. Brown put on a surprisingly great show for the city of Detroit. He can catch a fish anywhere we throw it. Unfortunately, his talent gets overshadowed by the number of incidents in our defensive exhibit, but it's still a great time.
And don't forget to stop by world-famous Aiden Hutchinson. We had to put him in a steel-grade cage to contain his excitement. He's so strong he broke out of our facility multiple times to go lift tires at the Ford Motor Factory. He's sneaky.
So allow the Detroit City Zoo to be a part of your next extended layover. We hope to see you soon. Dan, no more Metallica for you today, okay?
Fine, I'll just bust some kneecaps and bury that game footage.
The holidays are here, and so are the sales at the Saturday Football Store. Take your sleigh on down to 401 Chicago Avenue to ride into a blizzard of deals.
Be merry with the new variety of Swiss cheese called the Minnesota Vikings Defense. You can bundle it with classic Christmas antiques like Matt Ryan for only $38.03. And if you don't like it, you can exchange him for Sam Ellinger at any time.
Ring in the football Saturday with a new TV offered with our exclusive Colts offensive line protection plan. It doesn't actually protect anything.
For this season's meals, make everyone's taste buds jolly by picking up yourself a fresh CJ ham and complement it with some Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill to taste those touchdowns.
And at the store, you can expect a very special visit from a less fat, brown-haired Santa Claus named Jeff Saturday. He doesn't have any formal Christmas experience, but he's figuring it out. Ho, 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 ho.
And finally, stuff those stockings with the latest referee smartphone. It won't make any correct calls.
So dash through the holiday season with ease by shopping at the Saturday Football Store.
We wish you a Merry Kirkmas. We wish you a Merry Kirkmas. We wish you a Merry Kirkmas and a neck full of chains.
Skol Vikings, we sing.
JJ is our king.
We wish you a Merry Kirkmas and a neck full of chains. Oh, bring us some JJ touchdowns. Oh, bring us some Dalvin touchdowns. Oh, bring us some Thielen touchdowns.
God bless KOC. Skol Vikings, we sing.
JJ is our king.
We wish you a Merry Kirkmas and a neck full of chains. Please don't end this game in heartbreak. Please don't end this game in heartbreak. Please don't end this game in heartbreak.
Just win the darn game.
Skol Vikings, we sing.
JJ is our king.
We wish you a Merry Kirkmas and a neck full of chains. We all want to hit the grid. We all want to hit the gritty. We all want to hit the gritty.
You'll get Kirk his grills.
Skol Vikings, we sing.
JJ is our king.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a neck full of chains. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a neck full of chains. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And do you like that? You like that?
Are you sick and tired of investing in boring things like stocks, mutual funds, and cryptocurrency? Boo!
Well, you should consider investing in your favorite football team, the Green Bay Packers.
Instead of spending that inheritance on charity, you can send all of it to a $4.5 billion organization who needs more money for seats in their stadium.
By investing in the Green Bay Packers today, you will receive the following benefits: the opportunity to attend an annual meeting once a year with thousands of strangers,
7.1 projected regular season wins,
an immediate increase of your BAC,
having the opportunity to see the Packers lose in person another NFC Championship game,
a free ayahuasca session led by the guru himself, Aaron Rodgers,
and much, much more. But don't take our word for it. Here's Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers on the benefits of being a shareholder.
You own a piece of paper that has
it's legit.
actual value.
So invest in the Green Bay Packers today.
Every year in Chicago, Bears fans are tormented by their starting quarterback. Whether it's Justin Fields insulting their entire fan base, watching a once promising Bears quarterback become a third stringer for another team, or just having to watch Nathan Peterman at all, Bears fans are in pain.
These Bears fans are so sick that they are stuck in 1985 and are still unable to accept the result of the double doink from 4 years ago.
Unfortunately for these Bears fans, help never arrived, and thousands of them are stuck in the floods of Soldier Field.
On top of that, every 13 minutes a Chicago Bears fan chokes on a Polish sausage while screaming, "Da Bears!" They have no other option but to wash it down with 9 Miller Lights in order to tolerate their team's performance. Bears fans need your help.
Hi, we're 10,000 Takes. Call the number on our website to save a Chicago Bears fan today. Any donation will help put a Bears fan out of their misery by providing one last final blow to an abysmal season and supporting them with a draft pick that will probably be traded to Houston. Please do your part and save a Bears fan today.
This January comes a wild card winter comedy that you do not want to miss. Follow this group of goofy frauds that don't even play in New York City. And little do you know, they love how quiet Minnesota and US Bank Stadium are because they share a city with 8.5 million people. Yuck.
Nominated for the 6th Best Supporting Cast, the New York Giants features another annoying team from New York that somehow snuck into the playoffs. And thankfully, this group no longer has OBJs, so the flight got there just fine.
And they aren't playing this game alone. They have to share a field with the ones who broke their heart on Christmas Eve.
Featuring Justin Jefferson with the new hairdo, quarterback Kirk Cousins, whose grills are still on back order. I've called FedEx to make sure they're still on their way. I appreciate their efforts. I totally get the delays of this busy season. And a head coach who promised he will hit the gritty if he wins 2 more games.
So join the Vikings and the Giants on this wacky adventure in the fight to see who gains the respect of the national media in a game that you just saw 3 weeks ago.